What is up YouTube, I'm Royal, I'm rank 1 Wildrift, and in this video I will be giving you the best 3 champions for each role and going into detail on one of them that I consider to be the best champion in each role right now. I will break down what makes them so good, giving you a lot of insights, and I'll give you an updated build that you can run for this patch. Let's start off with Baron Lane. Baron Lane is super diverse right now because the 3 best champions in my opinion are from 3 different classes. The physical damage bruiser Wukong, the AP fighter Rumble, and the engaged tank Ornn. While all 3 of these champions are very strong right now, my pick for this patch is Wukong. The Monkey King has been steadily receiving buffs for a while now, but the last set of buffs pushed him over the edge in the Baron Lane. His sustain in lane is very strong with a heal from his first ability, and he has very good short trades, which allows him to constantly get priority while bullying the enemy top laner. His damage in the mid game after Trinity Force is disgusting, and he can one-shot squishies with one full combo. While he does kind of fall off in the late game, he can still provide a lot of value in teamfights with his ultimate, which is incredible for both peeling and engaging. For your build, you can either get defensive boots to strengthen your early game and tankiness, or you can go for the glutinous greaves for even more sustain and damage. Always rush Trinity Force, it's such a good item on Wukong. The rest of your items are situational, but you will mostly be building bruiser items to keep your damage high in the mid game while becoming more tanky. Sunder Sky is a great second item, and then you can go for Mod, that's Dance, Sterax, or even Black Cleaver to help your team deal more damage by shredding the enemy's armor. It just depends on what the enemy team comp and your team comp is looking like. For runes, while you can go Conqueror to improve your extended trades and team fighting, I think Grasp is overall a lot better. You can focus on short trades and sustain while becoming tankier. Moving on to the jungle, there is a clear best jungler, and that's Amumu. The second best jungler is Wukong, and there is no clear third in my opinion. There are a lot of very good junglers that could be the third best, like Lee Sin, Zed, Lilia, and Graves, but the clear number 1 is Amumu, and he has been for a few patches now, but this patch he's even stronger. So why is the sad mommy so OP? Well, Amumu has been OP for a very long time with the massive buffs to his second ability. How strong a jungler is very often has to do with how fast they can clear the jungle, and Amumu probably has the fastest jungle clear in the game. It does slow down later on because he's building tank and not building damage, but being able to clear almost as fast as carries as a tank is still a huge advantage for the mid to late game. By maxing your second ability first, you can clear the jungle faster than any other champion and constantly have tempo advantage in the early game, especially on your first clear. Amumu is also one of the tankiest champions in the game because of his third ability, making him extremely valuable in any team composition. Especially this patch where enchanter supports are so strong compared to engaged supports, and having a tank in the jungle guarantees a way stronger team composition than the enemy team. Every other tank in the jungle, other than maybe a Nunu and Willem, who is also very good this patch, just clears the jungle way too slow to compete with Amumu. Last reason, and arguably the most important reason why Amumu is so strong in this patch, is his passive. The mages buffs last patch have made it so mages are dominating the meta. Amumu's passive applies curse on enemies with his basic attacks and ultimate, which causes them to take 10% bonus true damage from incoming magic damage, whether that's his magic damage or his teammates. Effectively, it makes your mages deal 10% bonus true damage, which is massive, especially when a Rise or a Victor can combo their AoE magic damage on top of your Amumu's ultimate. For your build, rush Searing Crown into Merc Treads to get the magic damage reduction, since your third ability already gives you physical damage reduction. Then pick up Twin Guard second, and the rest of your items are situational. You can even be a little spicy with a Rallies or some other AP items. For runes, go Aftershock into full tank. Before I move on to the mid lane, take a moment to check that you're subscribed. A lot of you might think you're subscribed, but you're actually not, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. And while you're down there, I would appreciate if you left a like if you're enjoying this video. In the mid lane, like I said, mages are absolutely dominating. And for my top 3 picks, I have the 2 newest mages, Victor and Rise, and the anti-mage assassin, Kassadin. But there is a clear best champion, and that is of course Rise. Rise is just too complete right now. His wave clear is insanely good. He's able to immediately destroy the whole wave at very early levels, giving him constant priority to roam, which he can easily do with his ultimate. Furthermore, his gank setup and roaming is extremely good with a non-skill shot route, which allows his team to easily follow up his plays. And despite all of that, the early game is actually when he's at his weakest, because once you finish your core items, the damage that Rise can put out is just out of this world. And the most insane part of his damage is that he doesn't rely on long cooldowns like Syndra or Veigar ultimates. He can keep spamming his spells on extremely low cooldowns, and on top of his damage being so high, it is also area of effect. So he can clear the entire enemy team in seconds if he finds a window. His one main weakness is his lack of range, so he has to get close to your team, and your team needs to be ready to immediately shut him down when he does. Honestly, this champion needs some damage nerfs immediately. I don't think his kit is overwhelmingly OP, but his damage right now is out of this world, and he definitely needs some nerfs. Riot, please. For your build, rush Archangel Staff into Rod of Ages and Deathcap, then you can pick up Crown and more damage, or even go a defensive item like Twin Guard. For your runes, Phase Rush will give you the movement speed you need to chase down enemies or escape foes. Moving on to the Dragon lane, I'm only going to focus on Dragon laners, and I won't include combos like Seraphine Sona that have to be played together to be super effective. So my top 3 picks are Corki, Sivir, and the mage Ziggs, with the best Dragon laner being Corki. The recently reworked Corki has been the subject of quite a bit of controversy, because when he was originally released, he was released with different numbers than what was in the patch notes, making him a lot weaker than he originally looked to be. But Riot has since given him a huge buff and that has allowed him to dominate since then. His passive is simply way too oppressive to deal with, especially with Trinity Force. His damage is way too high for any champion to deal with, while being very safe with his second ability. His third ability, Armor and Magic Resist, makes him a great partner for any support because it increases the support's damage as well. He has decent poke with his rockets, but he's most deadly up close, where he can shred your magic resist and armor and burst you. For your build, you want to rush Glutinous Greaves and Manamune, Trinity Force, and then go into Crit. Mortal Reminder and Infinity Edge are my go-to items. For runes, take Conqueror for max damage, or if you want to be a little safer in the early game, you can take Fleet Footwork. If you made it this far into the video, you must really like my content, and if you want more, I'd appreciate it if you considered becoming a member on my YouTube channel. I upload member-only videos every month, and it's a great way to support my channel. Moving on to the supports, and there is a clear top 3, and that's Sona, Seraphine, and Blitzcrank. Enchanters are extremely good with the buffed Ionian Boots of Lucidity, and Blitzcrank is just OP. His damage is insane, and he's actually a great counter to Enchanters as well. But my pick for the best support this patch is Seraphine. Seraphine truly benefits the most from the ability haste of Ionian Boots and the infinite mana it provides. Her empowered second ability just has way too much value. Being able to use it on such a low cooldown while never running out of mana, you can keep getting AoE shields and AoE heals, and support items are also pretty strong right now. Staff of the Flowing Water, Ardent Censer, and Harmonic Echo are all insanely strong items that Seraphine can constantly utilize and apply to her whole team with her second ability. Her ultimate and third ability are also extremely good in team fights, and the new GLP item actually works great with her third ability if you want to play her more aggressive and find some long range picks. Just use the GLP item, slow them, and then even your basic third ability will root the enemies. For your build, take coin, and rush Ionian boots. The order that you get your support items will depend more on your team comp. Ardent is better for auto attackers, while Staff is better for ability casters, and Harmonic is just overall really good. For runes, take Glacial Augment, which synergizes great with your third ability, like we explained before with the GLP. You just auto-attack the enemy, they get slowed, use your third ability, they get rooted. And this is my list for the best champions on patch 6.1. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my picks, and please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.